Welcome to this series where we will take a look at each stable mod available on Farming Simulator 2022 and Farming Simulator 2025. In this video we'll be looking at the small horse pasture available on Farming Simulator 2022. So let's have a look what it says. On this horse pasture you can accommodate 2 horses. The area is about 16 by 20 metres small and fits on every yard. The farmer has equipped it with a simple fence. An old bathtub serves as a cheap waterer. Oats, hay and straw are fed in the shelter or in front of the shelter. The interaction marks can be switched off in the game menu. Price $8,000. Daily upkeep $10. So these are the screenshots that they've provided with the mod. We've got a close-up here of the feeding area. We've got a horse grazing in the snow there, and you can see that bathtub as a waterer. And we've got another picture from this side where you can see the food trough there. Let's go and see how it plays. There's an electric gate here that we use to go in and out of the field. I think that's quite realistic with a plastic handle there, quite like that. Here is the bathtub, which we need to fill with some water. The grass is poking out the bottom there. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I really like this idea of using a bathtub though for a water trough. I think that's a great idea, especially for small rustic builds. So there's a couple of buckets here that look like they're already filled with oats, so I think these are just for decorations. There's this area here, but we can't actually open or close this door, so I'm not sure what that's for. We'll come back to that in a bit. And then here's the feed trough. For interactive markers, we've got one for water, one for oats and hay, and one for straw. So let's pop a horse in and see how it looks. The fencing and the field shelter is very realistic in this. Yeah, really like it. The liftable bales work with the triggers for the food so that you can pop those in the trough, and so do the liftable bags of horse feed. You can also unload from reverse and pulling forwards, but you wouldn't have much room to manoeuvre with a much bigger trailer than this one. The trough is full at 4,000 litres of horse food, and the old bath holds 1,500 litres of water. This field holds 2 horses in the description, so I'm going to put another one in. I have filled the straw trigger up to the maximum. It's not letting me put any more in, but I can't actually see where any of that straw has gone. So if you know why, please let me know in the comments below. The setting for time at the moment is currently 1 day in a calendar month, so we can have a look how much the food has gone down in that time, and as you can see, it's hardly anything. It's not even taken half a wheelbarrow to refill. It did say in the description that the upkeep for this horse pasture is $10 a day, so it is an economical option for anyone on a tight budget. Because this pasture is so small, I've played around with adding a larger fence around the edge, so that area where the food trough and shelter is more of a different area of the field rather than a field on its own. So I've just given it a bit of a different surface and then blended that in towards the gateway with some shorter grass. Next, I've extended the field by adding some fenceless horse fields. These I have to overlap so you don't get the harsh rectangular edge next to the meadow where the shorter grass is where the field is. I'm so glad these aren't like this now on Farming Simulator 2025, but you can see when you delete them it gives you a nice smooth texture all the way across your field without having any meadow left. And now you can see this is more of a fenced off area of the field rather than a tiny field on its own. I've opened the gate so the horses can come in and out, and then from a roleplay point of view you could close the gate at night to restrict their grazing. So although it's a very small field, there are options if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger. Thank you for watching this stable mod showcase. We'll have another one on the channel coming soon.